Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you may be in the world. I'm Sarah Jane, your hostess and founder of Gift of Healing TV and the Intuitive Healing channel. For those of you who are watching us live, you'll be aware that we don't appear to have my guest. And that's because there have been some technical issues on her end. And she's doing everything she can to join us. So I am going to start by introducing Virginia Rounds Griffiths with her bio, with the hope that we actually get her to join us before too long. We are going to, please, and I would like all of you to be thinking really positively, Virginia's going to get onto the program. We will take it from there. But let me introduce Virginia to you first. Virginia is an international multi-dimensional energy alchemist, teacher, intuitive and mystic who has worked in Australia, New Zealand, Ireland, the UK and the USA. Virginia is a qualified hypnotherapist and past life regressionist who has studied to advanced levels in many modalities, including pranic healing, signature cell, magnetic healing, and others. She is also a practicing Reiki and Sikkim master. Virginia has been a spiritual intuitive all of her life and is a gifted metaphysical practitioner with the ability to read energy frequencies by tuning into an energy presented, whether in person or remotely. She conducts full physical and energy body scans also, and is able to tell you the state of your energetic matrix and assist you to release any negative energies found. I do apologize. Virginia holds one-to-one sessions using her intuitive gifts and can help you cleanse negative energies from your body, your animals, office, land, and households. She's still not with us, but fingers crossed she is going to be. I really don't, basically what's happened is we always tend to log on a good half hour before the program starts so that we know we're both here. Virginia's computer, just before she was due to join me, decided that it was going to upgrade to Windows 10. And for those of you that have computers, because you're obviously watching them, you know that when computers decide to do things, there's not a lot we can do about it. So Virginia and I have been sort of communicating sort of via Skype, and I sent her a message a couple of minutes ago just saying, keep trying to join me, telling her that I will be going live at 7:30. We had also talked before, and if the worst comes to the worst, we will reschedule this program, but our aim is still to try and bring Virginia to you. I don't want to steal her thunder on any of this to do with understanding negative energies, and she does refer to it as being a taboo subject, and in some respects yes it is, but I think it's something that we all need to think about. I'm a little bit torn here because I'm getting the sense that Virginia could join us absolutely any second. And if you forgive me, I know this is not very clever, but this is technology. This is live, and I really wish that this wasn't happening. But it is, and that's fine. And so I just put a message on Skype because I've got that open, just saying any joy. And so I'm just keeping my fingers crossed that she will join us. I know we've got some people watching live. Have you got a question you'd like to ask? And welcome to the program. Have you got a question you'd like to ask? Because I know most of our live viewers are very good at just listening to us, and it's lovely. but we also are happy to have your feedback, and we are happy to have your questions. And if you've got any questions for me, and I can see that there are more people joining, and I'm really, really sorry, we will have Virginia with us. I am sure we will. And do you know what? If the universe has decided it's not happening tonight, then it's not. And I promise you, and I've already said it to Virginia, we will reschedule, we will bring her on. And for those of you that are signed up live to watch the program, what I will do is I will reuse the same one, so you don't have to sign up again. Just keep an eye, please, for the new date and time, if that is where we end up by going. I'm not getting the answers from her on Skype. So I'm a little bit I know I like flying by the seat of my pants, but this is just a little bit much. Never mind, never mind. Folks, we have to go with the flow, and I apologize that we haven't got Virginia, but and you're all being very quiet. You're not asking any questions, you're not passing any comments. So I'm just trying to think, could we pop into a little meditation while we're waiting? And as I said, I do apologize, but I can't do anything about it. So I don't know why I'm apologizing, actually. Yeah, absolutely. All right, maybe we're not going into meditation. Maybe we will just talk about apologizing for a minute. Why do we do it? Because we were taught to. Michelle, happy to wait. Brilliant, Michelle. Thank you very much indeed. I hope we won't be waiting for too much longer. I hope that something is going to happen. Apologies. We apologize because we think we've done something wrong. And if you've actually done something deliberate or sort of deliberate, then yes, I do feel we should apologize. I really do. But if what you did was with the best intention at the time, with the knowledge that you had, and I think that's what you have to realize, it's with the knowledge that you had. After an event, you've got more knowledge. Once something has happened, you have more knowledge. So, brilliant. She's just said, yes, she's hopefully logging in now. So keep your fingers crossed, folks. We should hopefully have Virginia with us. But when we do something with the best intention, with the knowledge that we have in that moment in time, we should never feel we have to apologize for it. We haven't done anything wrong. If people, yeah, yes, I agree wholeheartedly, Michelle. She says, yeah, people should accept the fact that it is with the best of intentions. We don't deliberately go out to hurt people, to upset people. We don't deliberately go out most of the time to do anything wrong. And it's going to this, is there a right and is there a wrong? It depends on what you've been brought up with. So there will be things that people do that I think, oh, and then there'll be things that I do that people will think the same. But to me, they're not. To them, they're not. And so it's right and wrong, judgment, apology. And maybe this does sit very much within. And it looks like we might be having her join us. Bear with us just a second, folks. Fingers crossed. So I hope that has given you something to think about. We're getting there, Virginia. We're partially there. Oh, folks, keep your fingers crossed, please. Lots of fingers crossed. A few prayers to the angels, please, to help us get Virginia in here, because I know that she's sort of showing up at the moment, but only partially. I can't hear her, and we haven't got her picture. So I'm just going to put, I know you are there, but can't see or hear you. Do you? Oh, we've lost her. Require. Whoops. Yeah, helps I can spell. Some help. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen because she was part way there. If anybody's got a question about that, right, wrong, apologies, judgment, please feel free to ask questions. She's writing there on Skype. I'm so pleased we've got Skype as well so that we can communicate. So please. Oh, doesn't seem to be working. Am I supposed to log in as a presenter? Yes. Right, bear with me a moment, folks, because I need to just yes, yeah, it's yes for presenter. Yes for presenter. Okay, fingers crossed. She got part of the way there, so we are getting there. We have done a test, so we have gone through this. We know it should work, but it depends, I suppose, what Windows 10 has done to it. So fingers crossed, fingers crossed. So let's just go back temporarily to the right and wrong. There are obviously people, and this is something I've seen on Facebook today. There was a video. All right, Brian has said, do you think that when someone apologizes just because it gives his energies away? Yeah, actually, Brian, I think you're totally right.
Oh my goodness.
Brian, we will come to,
did I get too excited too fast?
We have Virginia. Ladies and gentlemen, Virginia, welcome to the whoops, where are you gone? Oh, there you are. I keep losing the picture, but we've got you. Virginia, good evening. Can you hear me? Virginia, can you hear me? I love it, folks. Thank you, Brian. I think hopefully I've answered. Virginia, can you hear me? Virginia, I can hear you. I can hear you. Yeah, she's still got the Skype on. I can hear you. Hear you.
Are we alive?
Yes. Can you hear me?
I can't hear you. Can you hear me all right?
I can hear you, but you've got to be able to hear me. What's happened to your headphones?
I can't hear you at all. There's no sound.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't you love
Should we have to do this another time? Michelle says she can see me and she can hear me.
And yes,
but it's so one-sided.
Right.
What do I have to push?
Right.
To get this stuff in?
Can you read the messages? Right. Look at your messages. Look at the message. Go to the message. Right. Brilliant. Please share a little of your story with us. Sorry, spelling's gone.
Very well. This is like being blind. I'm sorry, folks, but we'll go with it. Do you have an echo on your side, Sarah?
A little, but carry on.
Sorry.
Oh,
just taking the phone away, just in case that was one of the reasons why. My story. This started a long, long time ago, over 20 years. And just before I start, I'd like to say, Sarah Jane, thank you so much for having me on this program and to be able to present to those amazing people that are part of your audience. I'm so grateful that they have taken time to listen to this broadcast. Over 20 years ago, I have been through many spiritual groups, and this particular group that I joined, we did a lot of healing work, and in that healing work, we had a lot of entities present to be removed, and you could always tell the difference in the energy because it was very, very dense, intense, and did not want to leave its host. And in those days, we used to literally pull them out of the body. So it was quite an extraordinary process. I do have to tell you, and I'm really apologize, but my notes are in the computer and I have to ad lib as I go along. Just some prompting from you, Sarah Jane. Thank you. Long story short, negative energies are energies that are not in accord with who we are. They do not resonate with our higher purpose. They do not resonate with the higher part of who we are. And negative energies have so many repercussions, and they can be in the form of disincarnate souls. So those are the people that have passed on and haven't gone to the light, but have found a host that they can reside in, so to speak. There are other negative energies to do with demonic episodes, which I know a lot of people are probably aware of. And it's also a subject that we don't really want to get to know any more than we should do. There are negative energies in so far as ETs, so reptilians and the greys and the likes of those. And there are also negative energies in just our thought forms alone. We pull these negative energies to ourselves by the negative energies feel, whether it be very much a lot of anger that we get ourselves mixed up in, sadness, grief, any of those very intense and heavy emotions will pull these entities to us. And none of us are exempt from them. None of us. Each and every one of us can invite these entities to us. And I've even found instances where children have been invaded by entities. And that really, I was shocked when I first came upon that. But it seems that now with the energies and the way they are progressing, and these children are coming in very, very special children of the light. And they are trying desperately to shut these children down because they have these amazing properties and that they're brought into the world. What else do I have? I'm sorry, but because of what had happened to us with the communication, if I threw everything and it was all still in the computer, and I couldn't. And so my mind is all over the place. People, I'm so sorry.
Virginia, can we turn our negative energies into...
Can you type that, please, Sarah Jane? I can't add that.
Positive.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely, we can turn our negative energies into positive ones, yes. And the first part about it, how we do that, of course, is recognition that we do have negative energies. And these are either within us or, of course, within houses that we occupy, within land that's always prevalent, within buildings. I find that when I go from place to place, whether it's in a building or on the street, wherever it is, I'm always bombarded by negative energies. And you have to remember that in this country, it is so ancient. And so there's a lot of negativities are still around and haven't been cleared. And there's been a lot of battles in this country as well. So there's a lot of souls that have been taken, that haven't been taken to spirit and are still floating around. I do a lot of land and ghost busting, as this is fit, so I can take those out of their premises. And people know when they have an odd place in the house. They know when the temperature in the house is not right, and you just know. And there's an eerie feeling. Perhaps they will have visions on the periphery as they go through their day, and just know. Sometimes people even have visions of people within the house. So ghost busting is also a huge part of all of this. And changing your negative energies to positive energies is the biggest positives in our lives. There we go with the word positive, negatives. But it is a huge positive in life, because these negative energies, when we are invaded by them, whether they're internal or external, they bring fear. And it is the fear that they feed on. So when we can transmute all that, then we go into this positive energy field, then so much opens up for us. Because as well as the fact that the negative energies are there, they also they affect our psyche, and they affect our way of living in the world. Are hugely affected by negative energies in all ways. The other part of negative energies is geopathic stress. We go through our lives without realizing that geopathic stress, it may exist, I say, under our homes, because when a lot of sickness or unhappiness happens in a home, and you may find that some people have cancer, and when that person has moved and another person comes in, they may get the same cancer as the person that has occupied that house before. So there's so much more to this than we realize. Then that's the geopathic stress, which causes not only illnesses, but disharmony in the house. It may have its affected children not settling, approbation, all types of parts of who we are. It affects our electromagnetic field. That's exactly what it does. It affects our electromagnetic field. And then, of course, we have stress. Now, technopathic stress is becoming very prevalent and is kind of more or less coming to the fore in the last 10 years. And of course, it's all to do with the fact that we are now using computers, which is what you and I are using right now. So the electromagnetic frequencies are affected, and it's what's known as dirty energy. I think a lot of people do dirty energy. And you know, when we go to sleep at night and we have the lamp even at our bedside, and we take our phones to wake us up, perhaps. We may have our tablets there that we've taken to bed with us, even the television in the room. All of the frequencies, the microwave frequencies from these electronic gadgets are what affects our bioenergy field and becomes stagnant. So we get this negative energy from all of these gadgets. And the sad part that I see are little children being handed a telephone, a mobile phone to play with. The parents don't realize what they're doing to that child's energy by handing him. That's to me an abomination when I see it happening. I don't like this at all. But then, parents are parents, and people do whatever it is that they have to do, because that's their lives. That's how they sit there. Yeah. So, do you have any more fun?
Right. You said you were going to do a demonstration for us.
I can't hear it, my dear.
No, I know, but I've put a note up.
Demonstrative cleansing for those on the field. Very well. I thought that I would, instead of doing a cleansing for entities, I would do a cleansing of the entire chakra system, if that's all right, and also the energy fields. And so I'll just walk us through as we go. First of all, though, I would like to get us into a sacred space, and that I will set that up now. So if you can all go into, just close your eyes and just take a deep, deep breath. And as you do, feel that beautiful liquid golden light come down crown chakra, which is at the center of the top of your head. And just feel it go through the whole of your head, your neck, and your entire body. And as you breathe out, you breathe all negative energies that you may have within your divine energy matrix. Take another deep, deep breath in. Breathe that beautiful golden light and through and out your fingers and out your toes. And at the same time that we're doing this, mindful of grounding this energy now. Take a deep breath in. See and feel the liquid golden light come down through your head, your chest, and your feet. And as we do so, we feel our connection to our Earth Mother. And we give this energy to her. Because she is a great healer in her own right. And as we are part of her, so she is a part of us. And everything is done in unison. And feeling that lovely feeling of tranquility now. With your right hand, I want you to click your finger and your thumb and say triple heart. And as you do, you see a shaft golden light from your divine energy matrix, crystalline heart, instantly split. It goes up to the heart of Mother, Father, Divine Creator, and goes down to the heart. So the triple heart is your heart, with Mother, Father, Divine Creator, and Mother Earth. Instantly a golden shaft of light. Then see now the shaft all the way out. Fire matrix. And as it does so, this heals, purifies, balances and releases all energies within your entire divine energy matrix. Feel the sweetness and the purity of this beautiful energy. Your left thumb and your left finger saying 0 point. And now see ourselves this way. Infinite possibilities are automatically available to us. You feel the joy in that. Now clicking both hands, right and left together, good space. And this is a place where you are totally protected and where only that which is of the light and of love is permitted, where you can go to find clarity and focus with your assigned guides and teachers. I want you to bask in this energy. I want you to feel that expansion all around you. Feel yourself lifted up now, up through the galaxy and up into the universe. The clarity and the purity of this energy that you now sit in. It is exquisite. I want you now to feel a complete clearing of your entire chakra system. Every chakra within your body is now cleansed, healed, purified, balanced, and released of all energies that are not love. I ask the team now to also repair any chakras that may be damaged. Quite a few that need to be repaired. Now ask my team to align all of the energy bodies and to align all of the chakras within those energy bodies. I now ask my team to spin every chakra, both front and back and everywhere else they reside within the body, in the same direction. Yes. And as it does so, feel harmony, unison, joy, and love now part of your divine energy matrix. We ask now that our energy system and that beautiful liquid golden light comes back into the center where our shaft of golden light connecting the three triple hearts resides. See the shaft now, just before that happens, from your crystalline sacred heart, we gather all the energies of the purity of what we've just done, and all excess energy we send down to Mother Earth for her healing. With love and gratitude from each and every one of us. We now see the energies of the two hearts above and below us come back, compact, and come back into our sacred heart. And that energy now is ours to call on at any time. And this is how you get in to your sacred space. I realize that some of you have your own ways of doing this. Sure and easy way to get into that place. So let it be written. So let it be done. And so it is. Come back now into the room from where you are. And just feel that energy now. See if it has any difference from when we started to where you are now. Any difference at all? One of the things that I would like to address too, Sarah Jane, is the fact that we do bring negative energies in with us from past lives. This is I have found to be very much part of our reality now. We have brought these from past lives and they have to be cleared. That's the only reason they come to be cleared. I wonder perhaps if we could get any feedback from what we just did. Please, Sarah Jane, does anybody have any questions and how they felt while we were going through that clearing?
Okay, folks, if you've got a question, please do feel free to ask it. I found it,
I can't hear you, I'm sorry. Not at all.
You've got a couple of messages. Brian says that was amazing. Michelle said very beautiful. Thank you. So no actual questions, just comments. Okay. Have you got anything you would like to share with?
Something else that I'd like to mention too while you're typing is that we, as light workers, as therapists, as spiritualist people, are sometimes the greatest target for these negative energies, because their one mission is to shut us down and not do the work that we're doing. So you will find that there are a lot of spiritual people who, I think just because of the fact that they're just getting on with doing what they're doing from a good heart, seem to not be aware that they may be picking up entities along the way. So spiritual people particularly need to know this and to keep their systems clear. It's what I call a clear vessel, because if that vessel is contaminated like wine, as it says in the Bible, then whatever's coming through that vessel will be contaminated and will not be pure. And so it is a very difficult thing for people like us who are spiritually minded and who do work in this field to understand that we can be infiltrated by entities. I do an awful lot of clearing on houses and land. And it's quite interesting because I work from any place and can work in any place because everything is energy. So if you, Sarah Jane, were to say to me, Virginia, I have this friend who has XXX, can you just tune into her? I can do that quite well. It doesn't matter where they are. And I'm able to clear them as well. So it's wonderful from that point of view. I have offered £75 for the first 20 people that would like to take that offer up. And I'm quite happy to do that. And I'm so sorry that our intercourse today has been so disjointed. Yep. It's very difficult to have a one-sided interaction, I can tell you. Sorry, Michelle says, what is the best way to protect yourselves that you think will just keep cleansing? You know, Michelle, great question. I find that, and this is a difficult concept for people to understand, but when you stay in love, the essence of love, not to do with romantic love, when you stay in that essence of love, you don't pull entities to you. It just happens to be that way. It's when we go into the negative, that is when we pull them in. Also, white lighting yourself is and saging. If you can sage your house, sage yourself, that also is a very strong modem tool of keeping yourself clear and your house clear as well. So I hope that's answered your question, Michelle. But basically, it's when you're not in a place of love, it's when the anger and all those terrible negative energies and emotions come to play. That is when we get infiltrated. Sadness, grief, and it also plays a big part in this. Have we done our dash? Oh my goodness.
Virginia, thank you so much. I know you can't hear what I'm saying.
Thank you. Thank you
so much for being with us.
Thank you everyone so much for your interaction and your interest. And as I said, I'm so sorry, perhaps if Sarah Jane would be so gracious, she can host me another time. we might get things better in a better perspective. Thank you. Thank you very much. Blessings.
It's been a real pleasure to have Virginia with us.
Namaste.
I know that it's been very difficult, and I appreciate all of you for staying with us. And the people watching this live on YouTube, bless your cotton socks for sticking with it as well. Folks, thank you very much indeed. At the end of this week, Friday this week, we've got Sheila Maria's new series start, Manifesting Abundance, Practical Tools and Higher Insights. So I hope you'll join us for that. It's not on the website yet, but I've got somebody joining me next week. He's been a personal fitness trainer in the Marines and one-on-one with people, and he's a karate instructor. He's coming to discuss health and fitness with us next week. So please watch for that. That's going to be Wednesday next week. So folks, have a brilliant week. Do keep an eye on the website, please, for upcoming programs, and we will look forward to seeing you again. Thank you so much for being. Thank you to Virginia. She can actually listen to this back herself and realize what was being said as well. Thank you, folks. Have a wonderful week. Love, peace, and light. Namaste.